Every man gets this wrong. You text her paragraphs while she sends you 3 words. You're always available when she calls, but she takes hours to respond. You're planning your future together while she's still deciding if she likes you. And then you wonder why she doesn't value you, why she takes you for granted, why she treats you like an option instead of a priority. Let me teach you something that changed everything for thousands of men I've counseled. The only way to make someone value you is to become genuinely valuable. And the only way to make them fear losing you is to show them you're perfectly fine without them. Here's the fundamental principle most men don't understand. Reciprocal communication dynamics. You need to mirror her investment level, not exceed it. If she takes 3 hours to text back, you take 3 hours. If she writes 2 sentences, if she cancels, write 2 sentences. If she cancels, isn't playing games. It's emotional calibration based on actual interest levels. I had a client who was texting this woman novels every day while she replied with "Lil" and "yeah." He was confused why she seemed distant. I told him to match her energy exactly. Send short responses. Take your time. Focus on your life. Within 2 weeks, she was asking why he seemed different. Was everything okay? Could they meet up to talk? She suddenly cared because he stopped overing. The emotional calibration process is like tuning an instrument. You observe her frequency and match it. She calls once a week. You call once a week. She suggests meeting up twice a month. Perfect. That's your frequency too. This isn't punishment or manipulation. It's accurately reading someone's actual interest level and responding accordingly. Most men project their own excitement onto women who aren't nearly as invested. You meet someone, you're instantly planning the wedding, while she's still deciding if she wants a second date. This imbalance creates the exact dynamic that kills attraction. Nobody values what comes too easily. Nobody fears losing what's desperately clinging to them. The balance of power in relationships isn't about domination. It's about equilibrium. When you overinvest emotionally, you create an imbalance that naturally leads to being undervalued. Think about it. If someone's giving you everything while asking for nothing, why would you work for their approval? You already have it unconditionally. A client learned this the hard way. His girlfriend would cancel dates last minute, show up late, barely engage in conversations, but he kept showing up, kept being understanding, kept giving 100%. One day, he just matched her energy, canceled a date himself, showed up late once, kept conversations brief. Suddenly, she's asking if he's losing interest, suggesting couples therapy, fighting to keep him. The positive reinforcement in attraction works subconsciously. When you're slightly less available than she expects, her brain registers you as valuable. When you end conversations first, she's left wanting more. When you have genuine other priorities, she realizes she needs to compete for your attention. This isn't manipulation. It's how human psychology actually works. Here's what avoiding neediness looks like in practice. She mentioned she's not ready for anything serious. Perfect. Neither are you. She says she wants to take things slow. You are thinking the same thing. She's dating other people. Cool. You're keeping your options open, too. Never be more committed than she is. Never push for more than she's offering. Let her drive the escalation. I watch men destroy potential relationships by having the talk too early. 3 dates in and they're asking, where is this going? 2 weeks of texting and they want exclusivity. This pressure kills attraction faster than anything else. Women need to feel like commitment was their idea, that they won you over, that they earned your exclusivity. The strategic withdrawal principle is power. Full. Always be the first to end the phone call occasionally. Hey, I need to run, but this was great. Leave the date while it's still fun. I've got an early morning, but I had an amazing time. End the text conversation at a high point. This creates what psychologists call the Zeigarnik effect. Unfinished experiences stick in our minds longer. a guy I counseled led, was always the last to leave every interaction. His girlfriend would literally fall asleep on the phone with him still talking. I told him to flip it. End every interaction 10 minutes before he wanted to. Within a month, she was asking to spend more time together, calling him more, actually engaged in conversations because she knew they wouldn't last forever. Scarcity as influence isn't about playing hard to get. It's about actually being hard to get because your life is full. When you have genuine responsibilities, this authentic scarcity is what creates value, not fake unavailability. The clarity instead of manipulation approach is what separates this from toxic game playing. You're not lying about being busy when you're sitting at home. You're not pretending to have other options when you don't. You're genuinely building a life so full that adding someone to it requires them to earn their place. This is honest, not manipulative. The importance of self-discipline cannot be overstated. Every fiber of your being wants to text her back immediately, to always be available to shower her with attention. But discipline means controlling these impulses, thinking strategically, acting from logic, not emotion. It's the hardest thing you'll ever do in relationships, but also the most effective. I tell men this all the time. The moment you can walk away is the moment she'll chase, not as a threat, not as manipulation, but as genuine reality, when you truly don't need her validation, when you're genuinely okay alone. When you actually have other options, that's when you become magnetic. People want what they might lose, not what they're guaranteed to keep. The value of time and productivity changes everything. When you spend your Saturday building something, learning something, creating something, your time has weight. When she asks to see you and you say, "I can do Thursday evening or Sunday afternoon," those time slots feel valuable because they actually are. You're not playing pretend. You're genuinely busy building a life. A client transformed his relationship by transforming his schedule. Instead of always being free when she called, he started training for a marathon, joined a martial arts gym, started a side business. Suddenly, his availability was actually limited. His girlfriend went from taking him for granted to planning dates weeks in advance to secure his time. Self-respect through lifestyle management is the foundation. You can't fake having a life. You can't pretend to. Be interesting. You have to actually become the person whose time is valuable. This means having goals beyond her, projects beyond the relationship, dreams that existed before she showed up and will exist if she leaves. The choice and abundance mindset shifts everything. When you know you could date other people, you stop acting desperate. When you have options, you stop tolerating disrespect. When you understand your value in the dating market, you stop underselling yourself. This isn't arrogance. It's accurate self-assessment. Here's a practical exercise. Go on dates with multiple people, not to be a player, but to understand you have options. When you're talking to 3 or 4 people, you naturally stop over-investing in any single one. You respond when convenient. You suggest dates that work for your schedule. You maintain perspective. This is training for abundance mentality. Maintaining emotional independence is crucial.